The winds of change are blowing, stirring the surface and depths of the South China Sea. Across these contested waters, new currents are forming, currents of ambition, caution, and hope. These are winds of strategic realignment, as nations reassess their alliances and priorities in a rapidly shifting landscape. They carry whispers of a new partnership, one forged not just in boardrooms, but in the lived realities of those who depend on these seas. In Southeast Asia, Vietnam and the Philippines are drawing closer than ever before, building bridges across the waters that separate and connect their nations. They share coastlines, fishing grounds, and a history of resilience, shaped by centuries of storms and shifting tides. Now, they face a common challenge that unites them: rising tensions in one of the world's most critical waterways, where every incident could spark a wider conflict. This alliance is more than a diplomatic footnote. It's a potential game-changer for the region, signaling a new era of cooperation and mutual support. For years, Southeast Asian nations have balanced relationships with global superpowers, seeking prosperity while safeguarding sovereignty, walking a tightrope between opportunity and risk. But the ground is shifting. Quiet diplomacy is giving way to bold, new strategies, as leaders recognize the need for unity in the face of mounting pressure. The agreement between Hanoi and Manila signals they will not stand alone. Together, they are sending a message of solidarity and resolve. The South China Sea is a vital artery for global trade and rich in resources. This is their lifeblood, sustaining economies and communities alike. China's expansive nine-line has created uncertainty and friction, challenging international norms and the rights of neighboring states. This new pact is a calculated move on a complex geopolitical chessboard, where every decision is weighed against the interests of powerful players. The story of this alliance is unfolding now, involving presidents, diplomats, Coast Guard captains, and fishermen, each playing a crucial role in shaping the future. It's about the future of international law and freedom of navigation, principles that underpin peace and stability far beyond these shores. Decisions made in Manila and Hanoi will ripple far beyond their shores, influencing major powers from Washington to Beijing, and shaping the global order. This is not just a regional issue, it's a global one, watched closely by governments, businesses, and citizens around the world. Understanding this partnership is key to the future of peace and security in the Indo-Pacific, a region where the stakes could not be higher. It's a bold declaration from two nations determined to chart their own course, refusing to be swept aside by larger powers. The world is watching as a new alliance takes shape in troubled waters, its outcome uncertain, but its significance undeniable. At the core of this alliance are three pillars: defense, security, and economics. These foundational elements shape the relationship between Vietnam and the Philippines, guiding their cooperation in an increasingly complex region. On defense, Vietnam and the Philippines are increasing military interoperability, joint exercises, high-level dialogues, and sharing best practices. This collaboration ensures that both nations can respond quickly and effectively to any emerging threats. The goal is clear: seamless cooperation if a crisis arises, allowing both countries to act as one unified force in times of need. Maritime security is critical. Both nations face illegal fishing, territorial disputes, and harassment at sea, making coordinated action essential for protecting their interests. A new hotline allows Coast Guard commanders to de-escalate incidents directly, reducing the risk of misunderstandings and accidental escalation. And this practical tool manages risk in a crowded, contested environment, where quick communication can make all the difference. Economically, they're boosting trade and strengthening supply chains, especially in rice and food security. Reliable access to food and essential goods is a shared priority. Closer economic ties make their strategic partnership more resilient, helping both countries weather global uncertainties and economic shocks. These three pillars, defense, security, and economics, form a comprehensive framework that supports peace, prosperity, and mutual growth. A stronger defense deters threats, while economic cooperation provides long-term stability and opportunities for development. This is not a shallow agreement, but a deep, multifaceted strategy for the 21st century, built on trust and shared vision. Security today is about more than military might. It's about economic stability, effective governance, and the ability to adapt to new challenges. Together, Vietnam and the Philippines are building a partnership that addresses complex realities and prepares for the future. Their alliance is designed to endure, adapt, and thrive in a rapidly changing world. The driving force behind this partnership is urgency. Vietnam and the Philippines feel their sovereignty is under pressure in the South China Sea. Both assert their claims based on international law. Ansign, Ajuda, or Anju, on CLOs. China's 9-line overlaps their exclusive economic zones, leading to confrontations and harassment. Large Chinese Coast Guard and militia fleets create a campaign of intimidation. This shared threat has become a catalyst for cooperation. By joining forces, they amplify their voices and present a united front for a rules-based maritime order. The Philippines' 2016 legal victory at The Hague, supported by Vietnam, remains a powerful precedent. Working together is about survival, protecting fishing rights, resources, and citizen safety. This partnership is a clear statement. They will not have their rights unilaterally redefined. They stand for a system where rules, not might, determine right. Words are turning into action on the water. Vietnam and the Philippines are ramping up maritime cooperation, focusing on Coast Guard coordination. Joint patrols and exercises build trust, operational familiarity, and send a message of solidarity. Their combined presence in their EEZs demonstrates commitment to maritime rights. Enhanced intelligence sharing, satellite, radar, and ship data improves maritime domain awareness. This helps detect illegal fishing, track coercive vessels, and respond to disasters. Diplomatic and logistical support includes more frequent port calls and mutual resupply. These visits foster planning, community, and operational readiness. Agreements pave the way for joint search and rescue, crucial in a region prone to natural disasters. Practical cooperation gives the partnership real-world impact. Together they're building a resilient maritime security network. The Vietnam-Philippines partnership has major implications for ASEAN. ASEAN's consensus model often struggles to address the South China Sea dispute. The new bilateral pact is a coalition of the willing, a response to ASEAN's limitations. Manila and Hanoi are setting a precedent. Smaller groupings can address urgent security issues. This could strengthen ASEAN by enabling more effective action or risk internal fragmentation. The partnership tests ASEAN's relevance in regional security. It could spur the bloc to find better ways to manage disputes and uphold a rules-based order. Ongoing ASEAN-China Code of Conduct talks may gain new momentum from this initiative. Vietnam and the Philippines aim to strengthen ASEAN from within, not undermine it. Their actions send a message unity cannot be an excuse for inaction. Their partnership could become a model for ASEAN's adaptation in a contested region. This partnership is a savvy and timely move amid the intensifying US-China rivalry in the Indo-Pacific, where tensions are rising and the stakes are higher than ever. For Vietnam and the Philippines, the risk is being caught in the middle of this great power competition. But the opportunity is to enhance their own security, assert their sovereignty, and avoid being sidelined in decisions that affect their future. By strengthening their bilateral ties, they not only increase their agency and collective weight, but also send a clear message that they are ready to take charge of their own security and regional affairs. They're not passive pawns in a global chess match. They're actively shaping their own destiny, making strategic choices that reflect their national interests. Their growing unity signals to Beijing that any pressure or coercion will be met with a coordinated and determined response, making it harder for outside powers to divide them. At the same time, this cooperation makes them more attractive and reliable partners for the US, Japan, Australia, and India, who are all seeking to maintain a stable balance in the region. These Quad countries welcome a more capable and confident bloc of Southeast Asian states, seeing them as essential players in the regional security architecture. But this isn't about forming an anti-China bloc. Both nations deeply value their economic ties with Beijing and understand the importance of cooperation for prosperity. Their strategy is one of careful balance, building up defense and partnerships for stability and deterrence, not for conflict or confrontation. Ultimately, they seek mutual respect, adherence to international law, and peaceful coexistence, not dominance or zero-sum competition. Navigating the great power game, Vietnam and the Philippines aim to protect their interests, uphold their sovereignty, and contribute to lasting regional peace and stability. As the sun sets over the South China Sea, a new and dynamic regional landscape quietly emerges on the horizon. The Vietnam-Philippines partnership represents a fundamental shift in Southeast Asian geopolitics, signaling a new era of collaboration. By focusing on practical cooperation, both nations are building a resilient alliance for a complex and ever-changing environment. Their success could inspire a broader network of security arrangements and further strengthen ASEAN's collective hand. A confident group of coastal states can better advocate for a fair, rules-based order in the region. The path ahead will be challenging, but this is truly a pivotal moment for Southeast Asia. The partnership could mark the dawn of a new maritime era, defined by cooperation, unity, and resilience. The world is watching closely, hoping this alliance succeeds in navigating these troubled waters together.